previous one I did ended prematurely, and I keep trying to make this second part to continue with the Sacconejolys numerology, which I've got here. Another go. Thought I'd do a recap. Did I show you this? Yeah, I just showed you that, didn't I? Oh, that's the important number there, the 24/6, yeah? Okay, I thought I'm going to be myself this time, not try and be all up and bright and stuff. But I want to be up and bright because that's me inside, the real me. Do you know what I mean? That's the real me feels like that inside. But if I try and be that, it feels really false and I feel like I can't breathe and stuff. So I thought I'd be myself and see how that goes today. It's got to be better, isn't it? It's got to be more relaxed, you see. It's pressure. Anyway, quick recap on the numbers. 1 to 9. Yeah, number 1 is a male energy, which is kind of a forceful, going forward, thrusting energy. Number 2 is a female, receptive, like like that, isn't it? That's the 1. And that's the 2, accepting, nurturing energy. Number 3 is a child, playful, creative, expressive, going out and stuff. Number 4 is a house you need to live in, kind of thing, the structure, solidity, because you've got those and you need something solid to put them in, I guess. And then number 5, I need to slow down now. Oops. I went back into performance again. Number 5, if you're sitting comfortably, children, is you've got the family, you've got the house, and it's time to go and, God, I'm feeling really weird at the moment. This is being a one life path, your energy goes up and down. This is one of the challenges, you see. I was thinking, shall I explain about the energy challenges of a one? No, let's stick to Jonathan, otherwise it will never get done. Right, you've got the house, the family. Number 5 is where you've got that structure and then you want to go out and explore the world. It's a safe place to do it from. So if you've got somebody on a 5 life path, they may not seem to be able to settle, kind of thing, and they'd be all over the globe. They'd be into travel, and like if you've got a kid who's a 5, you might be really worried about them because they're not settling into one job. But that's exactly right. That's exactly what they're meant to be doing. They're meant to be trying all different things. You see, it's about different sensations, different experiences. So that's a 5. Excuse me. Having done all that, having been out to the world, the number 6 is where you've come back. You've done the experiencing, all the things you want to do. So you're happy to come and settle. You see, I didn't explain that before. It sounded all like heavy and responsible and stuff, but you want to do it, kind of thing. So you've done it. You've done the experiencing you wanted to do. So when it's 6, it's like you're going to have a family, you're going to settle down, or not necessarily have a family. It could be the wider community, but you feel a sense of again, it's nurturing. But responsibility to others, other people. I went beyond the 6 before. The 7 is, once you've got all that, it's a real solid structure in place, isn't it? You've got your connections in the community or with your family, so it's even more solid. Then you start to, because it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Once you've got all that lot sorted out, then you could start looking upwards and start studying, kind of thing, reading. And so if you're a 7, you'll be into reading a lot and metaphysical as well, not just this earthly plane, but beyond, energy and, spirit world and other things. It might not get as far as spirit world, but just other dimensions and whatever you're attracted to. And that can be so different. Everyone's so different. Study and higher learnings anyway, and then you get to the number 8, which is power and abundance. So you've done all that lot, you've learned a ton, and then you get to number 8, which is power and abundance. It feels so much better, like being myself. I'm more relaxed now. So yeah, that's the 8, and then the 9 is the pinnacle of it all, kind of thing. It's like godlike. It's like up here, all thunderclouds and stuff, and yeah. And I know a lot of 9s, I seem to attract them for some reason. I'm a 1, the opposite, but they're lovely, loveliest people, but they're really quite difficult to get on with because they've got all this stuff going on. It's like love and war, it's like the opposites, but it's universal consciousness. It's embracing the whole lot, brotherhood of man, kind of thing, bringing us all together, raising consciousness, and that's what they're such lovely, lovely people. because they've got everyone's best interests at heart, kind of thing. Or they may behave very strangely because they're all sort of up and down. They're all sort of 1 minute they're fantastically high, and next minute they're down under the ground, sort of thing. Sounds like me, actually. I don't understand why I'm not a 9. I've got some 9s going on, but not masses of them. I don't understand why I'm so 9, and yet not a 9. I'm so 1, like a baby kind of thing, like on my first steps. So yeah. I do understand. I've got 3 9s, which in my name, yeah, and that's the predominant number. Whatever number you've got the most of, that's your secret desire. So, but it feels very prominent, the 9. But apparently that's my secret desire. So, like my soul number is 3, and that's so strong in me because that's my desire. That's what I really want. I love play and childlikeness, and all that. Creativity, expansion, like flowers, energy radiating out. So maybe the secret desire takes it to another level. I don't know why. I haven't looked into secret desire all that much. Anyway. So Jonathan, he's 6. He's about family and responsibility, which he totally fits exactly with him. And also he's got the 2 and the 4. And the 4 is all about the house, the structure, the building blocks. And one of his challenges, therefore, because if it's your life path number, it's like you start off at the beginning, like with me. It's really easy to explain because it's me. Being a 1, one of our big issues for 1s is confidence. So I started off at 0 confidence. It's really easy example to understand. And as I get older and older, I get more and more confident. Makes sense. And so with Jonathan in the 4, with 4s in general, you start off. You're trying to jump from the beginning to the end, from the first brick to the end house. You're not, but it's all about learning discipline and step-by-step process. Not being impatient, but doing all the necessary steps to build the house, kind of thing. So that would be a challenge for him, and he'll get better and better at it as he gets older. And the 2, the 24, you go through the 2 first on your life path, and then the 4, and then the 6, and there's other numbers you go through as well, like all these numbers. So it's not that straightforward, but you've got other influences of other numbers, and all your astrology as well. That's all affecting you, all the planets and stuff. So it's all in the mix, kind of thing. So and 2 is a female, nurturing. So that's very much Jonathan, isn't it? To a T. Yeah, the impatience, the building. He does all this renovation, DIY work. The nurturing and the responsibility, the family thing. He puts so much pressure on himself to take, all the responsibility for the family. And like when they made that vlog, the video explaining about the cold showers for Alessi, he was so hard on himself, blaming himself, kind of thing. And Anna was rolling her eyes and saying, "Don't be so hard on yourself." He was taking the full responsibility, but Anna was saying, "Well, I said it or whatever, I decided to say it, and to explain and stuff." Maybe Anna was being like the 3, because her, like the child kind of thing, she wants to tell everyone everything. But that's not a bad thing. I don't want to put her off. I forgot what I was going to say now. It makes it interesting for people like me. I want to know all the detail. I'm very into human interest. I want to know all the interactions, all that difficult stuff. That's gold to me and to a lot of other people. That's what everyone's struggling with their lives, you see. They're all kind of trying to make their way. So if you talk about the problems, it helps other people, and they all want to know about the problems, because we're kind of fear-based, aren't we? We're trying to get away from all the things we're afraid of, trying to go towards what we want. And so our minds immediately go to all the fear stuff, get all that out of the way, get it sorted, so we want to know about other people's problems too. So I don't want to put anyone off, talking about problems, kind of thing. So, so being a 3, Jonathan's a 6, and taking all this responsibility, the 3 is more childlike and playful, and will go through life. Oh, don't worry about that so much, dear, chill. So, that's why there's that conflict between them. But 3 and 6, 3 divided into 6, so there's pretty good compatibility, really. those numbers concerned anyway. I mean, there's all the other numbers as well. There's your name, all your numbers that you're born with, to do with your name as well, and your secret blinking desire, and your soul number, and your expression number, and which are, there's so much I could talk about, but I just thought I'd explain that at least. And there's a couple of other really obvious things to go through, big things. This here is a line of strength, because he's filled in all 3 numbers. That's a line of strength. That's a partial line of strength. And this is line of the planner, which Jonathan is very good at. You need to get a plan to do all the things that he does. He does all that renovation. He's doing the garden, and planning the videos and structuring the day and taking the children and doing all that. It's amazing. So that's lucky he's got that line of strength, hey? And that's the line of action. If you had the 7 as well. So people with that line of strength take action on their ideas. They don't procrastinate, sort of thing. So he's got, some strength there, because he's got 2 numbers in there. That's what I found. Like, I wasn't taught that on the course, that having 2 numbers is a partial line, but I've noticed that it really does make a difference. And so he's got a partial line of the intellect as well. So higher thinking, able to reason things out really well and express it well. So yeah, but he's got 3 numbers missing in the middle, which is it's a line of weakness. If you've got any line, full lines without any numbers, and that can be, well, that's the line of frustration. So what that means is, hold on, I need a breath before I explain that. The lines of weakness are extra challenges on your path. Pause down. Yeah, so this is something Jonathan must look out for. And people with this line have to take care not to try and live their lives through other people. Don't be dependent on other people. Yeah, don't try and live your life through other people. Have your own life. My mum wasn't... it's really good that I've got that experience of my mum, so I can explain it really well. She was dependent on my dad. Then she tried to be dependent on me for her happiness. She didn't... poor dear, she was brought up in an era where... you do what, I think she went into service, in a house, doing the cleaning and stuff, one of those maid type things. And then she worked in school kitchens and stuff like that. And she wasn't brought up to have any confidence in herself at all, and to go out and do things for herself, a bit like, I explained about me, and having no gumption and no, that was in the other video. Yeah, anyway. I remember on my birthday one year, I said, let's go and get a drink at the bar, sort of thing. And she was really hesitant. I couldn't work out what was going on. But she'd never been to a bar in her life, or ordered a drink. It's like she didn't know how. She'd never done it. So she was kind of scared. She just, that was her life kind of thing. And servitude, and then marrying my dad kind of thing. I don't think she had any other boyfriends, actually. God, I so wish she was around now so I could ask her stuff, But anyway, I kind of think, I was amazed when she died, it was obvious she was going to die. I was like, wow, have I really done enough stuff with my mum, I feel like, I didn't need to work through any more stuff with her, so therefore it was okay for her to go. I mean, I might be wrong there, but anyway, I'm a very positive person when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, so she was trying to live her life through other people, but she needed to get her own independence, and she wasn't able to do that. But someone like Jonathan will be able to do that. Yeah, you might, hopefully, you will get to see this and see, maybe I'm doing that a little bit through the kids or through Anna somehow. I don't know, because I don't know, hardly any of the details of his personal life. This is what we see on vlogs, which is like 20 minutes out of 2 days or something. So you don't see most of what goes on. I can't claim to know him in any way, shape or form, except for what I see on the vlogs. So hopefully, usually when I say stuff to people about the numerology, even if I don't understand it because I haven't experienced it in my life, they say, oh yeah, immediately. People can take that on board, what I'm saying. So that's really good. When you've got that, you understand what that means and how you're doing that in your own life.